I'm a candidate for Supervisor of District 10. My platform is based on restoration. It's about restoring the 10th District. I am very concerned about the changes that has occurred throughout the 10th District. We are only as strong as our weakest link. The greatest asset that we have within the 10th District is each other. I have lived in the 10th District throughout my entire life. I have raised my children in the district. I have attended school throughout the 10th District. As I look at where we are today, I remember a time living here to where that everybody knew one another. Well, as so many others. He's retired, and we need to bring him out of retirement because he is living with a wealth of information. You know, he is a walking legend that has not yet been acknowledged as being the man that he is. That's my job, is to let everybody know who's who, and to let everybody become knowledgeable, you know, of the wealth that is so hidden. It's like we are a jewel, you know, that has not been cut out of the stone just yet.
If I may say, I think that education is the solution to almost every problem that you're going to face as a supervisor.
It is imperative, in lieu of what we are experiencing and what is actually going on today, that we take the time to reconsider our position as a community. I am so blessed and honored to be standing here with the legendary Commissioner Leroy King, who has done so much for all of our communities throughout the city and county of San Francisco. We need to be able to connect and take a walk for life, to where that we're walking from Potrero Hill to Visitation Valley to Sunnydale, and from Sunnydale back to the Bayview, from the Bayview to Potrero Hill. There needs to be a connection, and we need to engage one another in that process. We need to create legislation. Mm-hmm. We need to lobby for change. Mm-hmm. And we need to come together as a community, you know, one voice, united front, to demand that something is done to assist them throughout the entire day. Without them being able to have these services or even being able to rest their head throughout the day, they end up, you know, getting into mischief. You know, not having a place to go and just to sit and to talk, or just to socialize. You know, there's no socialization. So when I think about what the city needs to do, the city definitely needs to revisit how they are accommodating the residents within the city and county of San Francisco, and especially in the 10th District, because people eventually migrate here. We need to know what it is that we can do to better serve them. For the ones that are actually being affected by this, you know, we need to know what's on their mind. So we need to take some time and love them in spite of what it appears to be, and help them through the process. There's some healing that needs to be done. The healing in terms of the mind, the body, and the soul. That's what restoration is about. It's about restoring them back to a healthy state of mind, you know, a healthy body, and a healthy lifestyle. They deserve to have quality of life. This is an industrial area. There are companies within this 10th District that is up and running. They are not engaging themselves within this community, and they're not hiring from out of this community. So we have a lot of traffic from people throughout the entire Bay Area that is coming in and out of here. We need to actually look at that entire process. We need to hold the, I'll say the contracts that are already in place. Mm-hmm. We need to look at those contracts. We need to look at the fact that it has already stated that a certain percentage, 50%, is supposed to be set aside for the community. That is not happening. You know, so 50%, based on my understanding of this 50% and the fact that I am a small business owner, I don't really see that, because we're not qualified. So we have a lot of people within the district that has gone through the programs, and they are certificate holders. Yet, with that certificate, it does not guarantee them a place. You know, in overseeing whatever projects take place here, you know, we have to hold people accountable. We have to stop looking at the developer as being the problem. When the developer isn't the problem, the developer has came in and the developer is putting up their money. Their job is to develop the property. One of the things that I notice is that some people within this district are more concerned about the alligator lizards than they are about the people who actually live in some of these housing complexes, some of these people who are being exiled out of the 10th district, out of the city and county of San Francisco. You know, we have to reaffirm our position. We have to acknowledge the fact that we are our greatest assets. What I see is that the one way that we can address the various needs throughout the various communities that make up the 10th district is by having meetings. We need to have community meetings on a regular basis. By doing so, we help to create an agenda that best serves us as a district. Potrero Hill has different needs. Baby Hunters Point has their different needs. Visitation Valley has different needs, and so does Portola. So when bringing everybody together under one roof and everyone identifying what their needs are, then we can better serve each other. When I think about Baby Hunters Point, one of the bigger issues becomes the element of crime. And the fact that there has been some gang injunctions that has been imposed upon various residents within this 10th district. My concern about gang injunction is the fact that, you know, of course, it gets rid of the right now problem. Okay, and it does need to be addressed, and it really does need to be eliminated. My only other concern is the fact that even though we're dealing with gangbangers and people that are breaking the law, we realize one thing, it is a learned behavior. So we definitely have to address the fact that this is a behavior that has been handed down from one generation to the next generation. So that needs to be eliminated. Engaging in other kinds of activities, then that child is left to fend for themselves. They leave the home and then they find a family outside of their family, and that becomes their family. So when you think about gang injunctions, which yet again, I know that it is a part of society, that is one of the things that really troubles me about that, is the fact that they too have a family. The community needs to decide how to proceed, and the community needs to take and assume the responsibility for the families that are left behind. For example, if a police officer, you know, in the line of duty was killed, then his fellow police officers would make sure that that family was taken care of. So as a community, we have to start looking at this from a different perspective. As a community, we have to look at the fact that when the gang injunction comes in and it removes somebody from the household, that we begin to come in to work with that family for the healing process. Because certainly that child, you know, doesn't care about what you say and what the mama say. I want my daddy, or I want my mother, you know, or I want my brother back, or, you know, I want my sister, whatever it is. We need to figure out how we can come in and help through the healing process. I hope that this has been informative. On November the 2nd, 2010, please remember to vote for Jackie Norman, first, second, or third choice. Thank you.